Hey gang, welcome back down to Transport Fever 2 on the Spring Update series. We are fastly approaching towards the end of this series, but still plenty to go. I know that's a contradiction, but they both work, trust me. We're getting towards the end of our EPEC challenge. Today we're looking at Littlehampton, who just needs some fuel. But holy moly, have we got a big fuel crisis on our hands. And I don't know how we're going to deal with that yet, but we're going to deal with it some way or the other. Now, a couple of things with the streaming software. I was having a lot of trouble with the streaming software and the game running head-to-head. And it was maxing out my GPU at 100%, so I was getting a lot of spiking and a lot of lag spiking. Well, it turns out, while it's great to run this game in Vulkan, it's not great to run this game sometimes in Vulkan while you're recording with Streamlabs. So, for anyone else who is struggling with that, I would highly suggest you switch to OpenGL when you run the game, because it drastically reduced my GPU down to 60% for recording and for playing the game together. Okay, just a bit of a heads up there. I don't know if we'll get any sort of lag spikes today or any sort of problems, but we'll see how it goes. I'm quietly confident that we're going to be fine. Now, as I was saying, is we've got a bit of work to do when it comes to getting fuel up to Littlehampton, and we've got a lot of upgrading to do as well. Currently, there is about 500 plus, well, there was when I just checked before, barrels of oil sitting in at, actually, let's go there now and have a look. We're sitting over here at Thatcham. We've got 337 now, just sitting there on the deck doing absolutely nothing but wasting away. Now, we've got a problem with that because this train here is an old steamer that currently only takes 156. Then if you backpedal that all the way down to where it's actually dropping off that crude oil down to here, sitting on the deck, we've got 137 there and 145 there, right? So we've got big numbers, which then hits here and transfers. Okay? So generally when that happens, we get a build up here. Now, the station here is not huge. It's not big at all. But then we've got these old tankers here who won't do anything for a moment, and then they'll have heaps to do. And then they won't be able to keep up with demand, and stuff will start disappearing off this depot because the depot is not big enough to contain it all, so you start to lose product. And then they're too slow getting product down to here, where it's getting refined and sent back up the line to here for Thatcham to get fuel. Now Thatcham's getting okay fuel, okay? It's getting okay fuel, but what happens is that refined oil has to come back in, go here, get converted into fuel from refined and sent into Thatcham, okay? So there's a bit of a blockage just there. On the other hand, we have 1.622 constantly sitting on deck here at Hinkley Port, which gets transferred down to here to turn into plastics, where we have 1.59 plastics sitting on the deck there to go back. So that's these ships here need upgrading. We know that straight away. The other kicker is we have a refinery just sitting outside of Littlehampton, not doing a lot, okay? It's got more capacity to do a lot more, okay? It's supplying Hinkley Chemical Plant and Cleethorpes Fuel Refinery, okay? Which is over there. Now, on this map, there are only two fuel refineries, Cleethorpes and Thatcham. So that's where we're running into a little bit of difficulty trying to disperse a lot of our fuel. Now, there are probably simple ways that we could fix things, but as always, it's a hand play through, and we like to do things difficult, or the difficult way anyway. So plans are to potentially upgrade stuff and see where we're at, which we're going to do anyway. We're going to upgrade the ships, we're going to upgrade the train, and we might upgrade the trucks and even the truck stop, okay? So that's the first plan, and then see what we're left over with. Then the plan to get up to Littlehampton, some fuel, is this. We take some of this crude oil, and we actually bung a train straight down the line here to Hinkley, transfer it up to the refinery, get more refined, transfer some fuel back, and I know that the refinery is there to there. We probably could just truck stuff in, but we don't exactly have a direct road route unless you're going to come all the way around, up this way, up that way, over there and in. Okay, that's a bit of a long route for a truck, if you ask me, unless we put in some sort of short mega freeway highway. That's not a bad idea, actually. Keeps in conjunction with the fact that we're putting in a big road network here anyway. Second option, and an option that I do like, is we utilize this refinery just here, who are also not doing a great deal, and by getting more oil crude down here refined, okay, no, that's still not going to work, is it? No, I've just actually bungled up my own sort of thought process there. I was hoping that we could somehow get a train up and around, peel into our new bridge into Hinckley, and then get some up into Littlehampton, but that's still not really going to work because we've still got to get it refined. Okay, so either way, whatever we do, I don't think we're going to be able to utilize our new bridge except for the waste of money that we did, the old tax line. So I think that's our best option to start with, is having to just shift between here and potentially, oh, sorry about the camera work, let me just get a shot here where I can get it all in. So I think that potentially is running a train straight down here, refining it, coming back, then re-refining it into fuel, and then up here into Littlehampton, right? So the train would essentially pick up here, take down there, refine, bring back refined, drop here, drop off refined, pick up fuel, take it up to Hinckley, to Littlehampton, back around, and rinse and repeat. Okay, so I think that's what we're going to do. But to kick things off today, we are going to start upgrading massively a lot of the trains and stuff, the trains, the trucks, and the ships, to see what's left over in place of what crude we've got left to go, and where we can sort of go from there. And I think we'll get a bit better of an idea of how we're going to get fuel up to there. Like I said, there's easy ways to do things. An easy way to do a thing would be to establish a whole brand new line. Actually, we've got this. They're maxed out. Pretty much all the refineries are getting maxed out with their deliveries all over the map. But yeah, I think the best way, the easiest way would be to establish its own line, where it just picked up crude, took it to a refinery, took it to a fuel oil refinery, brought it to the fuel refinery, and then sent it up to Littlehampton on its own separate route. That's probably simple, but yeah, like I said, we'll do the upgrades today because we're in desperate need of doing them, and then we'll see where we go from there. Okay, so sitting outside of Luton, we're going to kick off by replacing this truck stop and trying to fix it up. Just bring it up to spec a little bit, because it's like you can see here, its capacity is not much at all. When you've got over 150 coming in and you've only got space for what, 20 and potentially another 60 on top of that, 80. Not looking at a lot of capacity for what we need to do here. Okay, so it's just things have got to change here, right? So how are we going to do that? Well, we've got this big built-up space just in here, and I think a few people are going to be a bit upset with me, and not you watching along, but a few people in town are going to be upset with me when we pause. Now, what do we got coming in here? We've got, it's just coal and crude. Are these lines actually doing anything anymore? Yes, they are. Okay, well, they're going to be a bit upset very shortly here, because we're going to go like that. We're just going to take to it with a battle axe. Gone. Okay. Gone. 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 We're even going to get rid of that road. Okay, and we're going to get rid of you there, buddy. Sorry. We'll leave you. Okay. That's the passenger route. Now, there was actually a way for people to get on here with that road. Interesting. Buildings. Let's go cargo. This is how we're gonna do it. Give me that road too. Gone, please. Gone. See you later. Bye. Goodbye. And then we're gonna go like this. Right. We're gonna run a road. We're gonna keep our road here. like such. And then we're going to have you like that. No, we're going to run you straight back across here. I didn't need to get rid of that actually, and in fact I didn't need to do exactly what I did there as hard as I did, but sometimes it's good just to get rid of it and see how you can go. Right, we want to get you around there, and then we're going to get you like that. Nice little curvy road, right? Nice little racetrack road. Alright, I could have put a square one in, but I don't always like square 90-degree roads. Okay, then the next step is going to be, we'll run the truck stop just out a little bit in here, where we can establish a bit bigger of a truck stop. And in fact, I said I just didn't want 90-degree road, but now I'm looking at it, it's going to be better if we take a 90-degree road. Good one, Ham. Yeah, well, okay. I don't always get things right straight away. Run you like this, okay, for me. In fact, I can just delete a little bit off shortly, so then put you back in like that. We're going to have to run 90-degree roads as it is. You're a slight angled of the dangled. Okay, and that's going to go there. We could actually run you up straight into that. And then we could put our truck stop just here. Or we could put our truck stop here. I think we put it here. This might be the better way to go. Are we going to be able to fit in what I want to fit in though? Probably not. I really want that road there. Tell you what. We'll run a road straight up here past that bus shelter and into that section. That leaves us, that affords us plenty of space in here to do what we want to do. Right. Okay. Second time's a charm. Give me a little bit of maneuverability like that. Yeah, keep it nice and square. Give me a bit of length so I can put some buildings in. Give me some capacity. Now I wonder if I should try. We'll go this way with the actual stations, and then what's a bit of a bugger is I'd like to be able to put that there, but I can't. Okay. Just keep giving me more length, and then give me some of these in here now like this. Okay. You know I like to have a lot of capacity. Okay, that one does fit there, so that's perfect. You can squeeze in there. Are we going to run a back end out here, or would you like to take this a little bit further? Take this a little bit further, okay? Then put your buildings in. Yep, see ya. Okay, that's how we're going to do that. Can you actually get some street access? No. You could get an in there and an out at the other end. Sure, let's do it. Okay. Streets. We'll keep with the one way. Okay, like that. Alright. And I know we've got waypoints there, but let's just see which way the lines have decided to go. Okay, cool. They're all going in that way, right? Perfect. Now we're going to set this one here, manage the line. I might even set the coal trucks on the separate one and keep the oil ones on that one. That's probably a better idea. So you're going to manage that line. That's the manage the vehicles, you bloody Wally. Manage the line. So when you come into Luton Annex, come into 2 for me. Come into 2. Manage that line. come into 2. Right, so that should clear that up. Should it? It should. So now you've got the coal on. You've got the coal not even touching that line. Is it touching that one? I don't think it is. Yeah, so coal should be on that one, and all oil and fuel and refined whatever on this one. Okay, and then back out and down, nothing but net. Okay, good, good, good. Groovy, groovy, groovy. Yep, okay, I just want to make sure that they're not. I know they're very similar colors, so. Well, hang on. That's that one. Okay, manage the line. You are still running on 1. That's because you're on here instead of there. Neither here nor there. Neither? Yeah, neither here nor there. Manage the line. I was clicking on the wrong button. There we go. That's more like it. Okay. Right. Happy with that. And if we go like this, you're on that one. And if we go like this, you're on that one. And if we go like this, you're on that one. That's how I want it. Okay, good. Groovy. Got it. Get it. Got it. Good. Perfect. Right, so that's a massive expansion and upgrade to that already. The AI can do what they want in and around. They'll have to expand down this way if they want. And in fact, I did think about actually increasing the actual capacity of trains we could get through here, because at the moment we don't have a lot of space for a lot more, do we? Seems like a later problem. Okay, we'll do that another time. Let's now get our crude oil trucks, manage the vehicles, replace them with the latest and greatest in tanking technology. These ones are going to be more capacity, these ones are less. Okay, so we're going to go with those. Okay, we could have gone with the all Peterbilts, but we're going to go with those. Okay, that's just how it is. Okay, so that's that done. Now let's go to this train here, which is this one, right? We're going to have a look at it. It's this old steamer here, carrying a capacity of, wow, it's got the capacity for about 150, I'm pretty sure. So if we manage the vehicle, we go like that. 156 is its capacity, okay? We can do better. We can be better. We will be better. We are better. We're going to go our favorite train, this one. In fact, we're going to go like that. We're going to go like that. We're going to go like that. And then in terms of cargo wagons, we're just going to try and get the best tanker we can for it, which are these ones. So, bye, Felicia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, keep going. We're still good here. Good. But we don't want to be too long, or we're not going to get any turnarounds. Okay, we're going to try that. It's still not a very big train, but nonetheless, it's going to increase the capacity. In fact, you want to give it a couple more. Just a couple more. Okay, get it to 300 meters. Okay, bang. Right. Hopefully we don't get that thing stuck. I even think it could go more capacity, but we probably won't be able to get it to. Right, let's come back and just check on that very shortly. Let's head down here and do some ship upgrades, because the ships are just getting neglected. Alright, and in terms of tankers, what do you got running down here at the moment? These are plastics. Alright, these guys can get a massive upgrade. We can actually switch them to the Peterbilt, because they'll be able to take more oil and then more plastics. So manage the vehicles. We've got 16 at the moment. Replace them with the... So we're running what at the moment? Oh, dear. We're running these, are we? The Studebaker. Yeah, the US 6, which is a capacity of 14. Well, we can go to these Peterbilts and run 25. And then give me 4 more. Clone them. Okay, take that to 20. Alright. So that's going to increase the capacity of that. So that should get a lot more of that off the docks. Then let's go these ships. We've only got 4 on it. Manage the vehicles. And we're going to replace those. Now, these are taking plastics and fuel. Okay, so we kind of want ships for all cargo. So we've got this one that just does fuel. We've got this one that does only that. I don't even take so cargo. Ah, bugger. They only do all. Okay, it is still only in the 80s. I'm thinking, you know, with the trip it is, we could actually put 2 separate lines in, one for fuel, one for plastics, and the ships just have to do one-way trips. Okay then, that's how we're gonna have to do it, because I really want to. We got to get this stuff lifted and shifted. Okay, here's the deal. This line here is going to remain just as the plastics one. So the vehicles we're going to replace them with are going to be legitimately just this one here. Okay? Just that. Okay? Give it 2 more. Okay? Then, so you've got 6 on there. Then, to counterbalance that, we want to put in a new line. From there to there. Gives a reasoning as to why we put these big sort of ports in anyway. Okay, and then you're going to be that color for me, please. Right? This may actually help us. We may not need to run a train. We'll see how we go. Because we could truck some of this up to that refinery. Yeah, okay. We got lots of thought processes to go here. Can we actually, will you pull into any other port down here? Like I'm thinking this one here. But if that's the one you want, then I'm happy for you to take. You know what? Let's leave it. We're going to leave it. Okay. When you pull into Thatcham, well, you'll know what your job is. It literally is just going to be oil. We're not even going to put crude or anything because it's are we going to put crude? Is it just crude? It looks refined to me. It's refined, so we're just going to put oil. Okay. Oil, refined or not. What? That to Hink. And we're just going to keep it as ship. Nice and simple. Okay. And with that, we're going to buy it. These guys. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Set them on oil, that ink ship. Okay. Let's just speed up time here for a second. Okay, they're going to start pouring out of there. Everything's going to get switched here. And then what you'll find is all of a sudden, I wonder if we actually need more warehouses on this port. Yeah, face one that way for me. Okay, that's a bit of fun. Then face one the same way that way. Okay. Whatever. Okay. He's going to go and fill up. 240 straight away, and we'll start chewing through that fairly quickly, you'll find. And all of a sudden, our bridge here is going to have a lot more ships running under it very, very quickly. Okay, so that means that down here, all we're going to be doing is just dropping off fuel. Oil, sorry. Can I just have this one here, because you've got your lines running into the same one. I actually don't want that, because that's going to just get messy with that many ships. Okay, so keep going. Yep, that one. This one here. Manage the line at Hinkley. Can you come into 2 for me? No, you can't. Could not connect all stations. Okay. We might need to do a little bit of digging out here and see if we can get you on another landing. Or And actually, outside of navigatable areas. Okay, so we need to actually do a little bit of maintenance here in terms of waterway. Ah, yes, we do. Okay, so give me that. Give me the strength up. Give me that up. If we can get it onto this one, I would have preferred it to come in here, ideally. Like in there. But I don't know if that's going to work for us so well. See how we go. We might be able to clear this out. Take it down a bit for me. Take it right back. Okay, I don't even care that there's water going in behind the docks there. What I want to do first is get the actual landing in there. We can always fix things up later. Alright, give me that. Clear all that out nicely. While we're here, we may as well just do a bit of that. Okay, just clear it all out. Configure. I wonder if it's because we've got... it shouldn't be. There we go, that's better. Okay. Right, now you can go. And we'll go and put you on Hinkley 3. Beautiful, okay. And now we could probably just fix this up a little bit. I mean, we don't need to, but we will just a little bit, okay? Ooh, just a little bit. Ooh, just a little bit more. Okay, like that. Nice. May as well fix this one back up. Okay, there we go. Is that going to hamper us in any way, shape, or form? No, we're all Gucci there. Right. That should start to... in fact, we probably could have put 2 trains. Now, the trouble with the 2 trains... no, not that one. For this one... is you're just a one-way... Is there any reason you can't come into this platform here? Because it's pretty busy over here. Now. Right, we're going to do a bit of a track ride along. We're going to do a bit of a track ride along quickly here. Very, very quickly here. To see if this gets held up a lot. And I apologise that we're going so quick, but I want to see if it has to stop much. And I want to check its turnarounds. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so it came in pretty well. Okay. Let's check its length. Right, well, it could actually probably go longer. But in actual fairness, it's taken a fair bit off that deck, hasn't it? No, still 164 waiting on there. Okay, well, that's that in a hat. That's fine. And then it's going to come around. Let's just keep following it here. We probably don't need to ride it like that. We could just follow it like this for a little bit, which is also fine. Now, I know you guys have made comments about this viaduct bridge coming up here further along where it does reduce down to 90 clickety-clacks, but that's okay. I kind of like keeping it in. We don't need things going bullet train speed all the time. It just, you know, it's like a bit of the new meets the old, bit of the old meets the new style. Okay, what the bottleneck's going to be is down at this train station down here. Yeah, much as I thought. You know what actually might be better? And we went and did all this, right? But in actual fact, what might have been better is actually bringing that train, bypassing it all the way around to here, and offloading into there, straight back to here. It's still not going to matter. The bottleneck issue is this part just here, where we've actually got a lot of trains running into the one. Okay, so we've just dropped off all that fuel, which is now sitting here. 239 of it. We've got our trucks coming in. Okay, drop off some, pick up some. Yeah, okay. What's that's going to do is it's just going to get things lifted and shifted a little bit quicker. Okay, we're going to get an increase up here, which is fantastic. We're going to start getting a little bit more in here also very shortly. And it means that, because its consumption rate is 344 and it's got stored 112, but it's actually, it was finding lulls between the train, right? Hopefully, we've got enough on the deck now for the train to get back in time to keep the deck fully stocked up. 155. As they start pouring in, it's just going to keep just trickling up and up, okay? Wonder if another bridge might be in order just to completely bypass this one and get them in over this way. Leave it for the minute. They're just coming right through town. That's all I was worried about. Okay. So with that being done, your consumption's 149, but hopefully it starts just ramping up a lot of this, right? But what we're going to have to do now is we're going to have to get this to feed Littlehampton. Now we could, with that train, in theory, with that train being upgraded, and the potential thought of running 2 of those trains might even be better, and then switching its platform down to one of these. Okay, this is the thought. This is what I mean by we had to do the upgrades first to see what we could achieve or what was viable. Look at that already. Fuel refinery's already going up to the next level. Okay, but in theory, what it means, like I said earlier, we'll see what knock-on effect it's going to have as to what we're going to be able to do. In theory, we should be able to run a train from here up our big thick line straight into Littlehampton with just some fuel. So we could run a shunter train to pull in there, and let's give it a look, okay? And if this doesn't work, then next time out we're just going to have to switch things up and go with the old theory and the old way of how we're going to do it. So knowing that we do have a lot of trains that still do cycle through here and only one cargo platform, we're going to go cargo to cargo, but we're going to bring it into this station just here, right? This one here. That means more trains up this already fantastically super busy train network, but that's fine. That's why we have big freight stations and train networks. Okay, we're gonna make you we're gonna go with like a nice oh no, we're not. We're gonna go with like a little bit lighter color. Okay, you're not very visible, are you? Let's go with more like that. That'll help us out a little bit. Okay, let's call you fuel, and you're gonna be lit to no, you're going to be that to lit delivery. Okay, train. Okay, train, right? Okay, lines in. Let's get it a little shunting. Okay, can we just go back a peg to play? Let me just see what we got in the deck down here quickly before we kick this thing off. Because if... Yeah, okay. Excellent. Okay. And where's our train? Is it just left or has it just come? Okay, it's on its way back with another 154. Okay, it may not run full all the time, but I'm hoping with the now increased... demand, that's the word you're looking for, things will start ramping up for it anyway. But what it also means is it's going to start fixing up our network for when we have to feed Luton with fuel. So Luton's getting a little bit of fuel, okay? Okay, whatever. What do you got here? 157. So we're going to get plenty of fuel there, and these guys are going to get plenty of work now. They're definitely going to get plenty of work out, okay? These guys have got plenty of room to keep expanding, although they've just gone from down here up to here already, and they're going to only increase right now again. Okay, so let's now go. Can I have a look up here before we do anything else? And then there's one little thing I want to finish off today, back on the old line, and that is a bridge that we forgot to put in last time. Okay, so where on earth, where does your little fuel go? Okay, all around here. Which is perfect. So the train will just feed the town straight up. Okay, good. That's all I want to know. There's a bridge we've got to put in down here. I forgot to put in last time. Okay. A train. Put the bridge in. Buy the train. Ride the train. Buy the train. Ride the train. Bridge it in. This is a little bridge here. I forgot to put this in. So goodness knows where our trucks are going at the moment. But they must be going a very long way around. Okay, streets. This. Just a country one, please. That's all. That's what we forgot to do last time. Okay, I don't care that it's got a speed bump. Okay. Bridge, gap, tunnel. Love it. Valley, bridge, tunnel, bridges, tunnels, roads, everything. It's got everything going. This has got everything going on. Everything of what you want to see in a build, I reckon. Anyway, a little bit of everything. Okay, let's buy a train. And then let's try and ride it up and see what happens. And then I'd love to hear your thoughts, comments, queries down below anyway, about how we could change this up. It probably might even get another rework, depending on how we're going to get fuel down to Luton. Right, so in terms of diesels, it only has to be a tiddler. Okay, this one's 1.17, and I'm thinking that's the one we use. This one's 729, only does 80 though. That does 140. We probably only need something around the 100 mark. 105, perfect. Okay, we're going to use the EMDGP9. We're going to paint it. I'd love to paint it fire engine red, but I don't. There's too many other red trains. We're going to paint it black. Oh yeah, we are. Okay, wagons. Yeah, contain yourself, buddy. Right, and for this to start with, we're going to. Oh, you don't. Well, no. You know what? Actually, might be quite nice. Is like a nice light grey. Okay, capacity of 100 or 90. 90 is going to do it. Okay. Buy that. Set it on. Did we call it fuel? There, that one there. Fat lit. And that's today's episode, ladies and gents. Hey, come on, little fella, don't be shy. Yes, so as we ride this one out, let's get ready right now in our position, in our riding position. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, I'd love to hear your thoughts, questions, comments, queries, ideas on the fuel line. Yeah, and noting, and I'm going to stipulate this, noting that I do like complex situations, so the fact that there is probably a way simpler way to do it, I will definitely take it on board, and if it seems to be the right thing to do, then we'll have to do it. But if we can do it in a manner which works well, and we can get some kind of fun track ride along to it, and it makes a bit of sense, it's got to make a bit of sense, that's the thing, then I'll definitely take it on board and consider it. Otherwise, I've been Van Ham. Thanks for joining me today, gang. It's been a pleasure once again being here and playing Transport Fever with you. I hope that the gameplay came out pretty well today. OpenGL seems to have worked pretty well. We're at we're running at 47% now. That's half of what the game was running at last time when I was recording. So it's a much better step in the right direction. I just only hope that the game is going to run fine also. I've been Van Ham. Stay glued to your screen for plenty more. Stay safe wherever you are. From Hank and I, bye for now.